Welcome to this series where we are building up a transport empire in Transport Fever 2. In the last part, the focus was very much on this area here, where we set up our primary goods production area, because we got two goods factories here, and what I'm currently doing is bringing up plastic from down here all the way up through to here, and we're also using silver ore, which is then refined into silver down here and then shipped up here, which is starting our production of goods, which are then shipped south to where the main demand is. Now, the other thing I've also done is, if you come in here, you'll see I've now put the speed up to ×1, because what I would like to do in this video is for this date to move forward towards 1920. I'm not too sure if we're actually going to get to 1920, but we're just going to let it run forward. I have done a little bit of tidying up on the map between videos, and probably the biggest change is here. I've got rid of the small ports, and I'm now using the bigger ships to supply the grain and waste over to Smevik here. And what I want to do in this part is set up my river traffic. Now, this is going to be the permanent river traffic, so I'm going to need to think a little bit about what I'm actually going to be doing. Because what I want is oil coming up here, feed this plastics factory here, and I also want to get steel production in. But at the moment I can't really make up my mind whether to use this steel mill here or this steel mill over here. I mean, I know I could probably put in a steel mill over here and just make it very easy, because I've got a big pile of coal here and iron here, but I mean, I'm going to be placing a couple of bits and pieces anyway in this part. I don't want to make it look like I'm just trying to make life as simple for me as possible. Now, the first bit I want to work on is the oil, and we've got an oil well here, and what I'm thinking is that, well, probably the best way is to show you. If I show you here and we go to consumers, I've got an oil refinery in Polegate, which is in absolutely the opposite end of the map. You've got one over here in Kirkby Stevens. Again, it's going to be a long way to ship oil to bring it back up to here, and it just seems a bit irrational, really. And the other two, the Pontefract oil refinery and the Wooler oil refinery, we've already pushed into service using fuel oil. And I've got a feeling that as this map grows and we move towards these 1980s, 1990s, the demand for fuel will get very high. So what we could possibly do is push in these other odd oil refineries into producing fuel oil. So what I'm actually going to do is we're going to come in here, get a bit close. And what I'm going to do is put an oil refinery, if I can find it, there. Now, I feel putting an oil refinery here does fit with the model that's actually used by shipping companies even in the real world, because if you look at most of the major world's oil refining capacity, it's all built very close to ports. Because what normally happens is the oil tankers bring the crude oil in, and then it goes into the refinery where it's obviously refined, and then all the refined products like the petrol and all that get shipped to parts of the country where the oil refinery is based. So I'm hoping that this will connect up to here. Yes, good. So, because what I want is this to act as a port, so this is why I've put the extra capacity there. And what I want to do now is I want to sort this road out here and make it a bit straighter. So what we're going to do is come here, and we're going to quite literally put a road, see, dead straight across like that. And then what I want to do is put another road in about there. And what should happen now is that line that was wandering around here should now follow a slightly more direct route. And we're going to put a road in there. And oops, I want those on. I'm hoping that I can get this up here. No. Because it was a little bit wishful thinking. I think I can get it there. And what I'm going to do straight away is expand this right out, because we're going to get. Really, I should have built a single terminal here, and then I'm going to come up here next to the oil refinery. And what I wouldn't mind is, oops, keep clicking on that. we come put it in there, I don't. Well, no, I could have put a bus stop, a delivery only terminal there, but what may actually happen eventually is I may need this for extra capacity. So I think using one of those is probably slightly better. And what we're going to do now is set the line up here to here. And we're going to call you cargo truck. What I call you Sandown local oil, crude. It is crude oil, it's not actually refined oil. And then where's my keypad? We'll get about 10 of these on. I'll just put up here. And we're gonna sand down crude. So we got the crude oil flowing up to there, and what I want to do here is put in quite a major port. So we're going to go large, and what I would like to do is get this iron ore in scope of this port. So maybe if we come here like that. Oops, no. And just going to hook you up to there. Hopefully. Right, so we got that port, and I put the wrong one in. Ah, it's a mistake. Yeah, that's going to work. And I've been thinking a little bit about this, and I think what I would like to do is put down an oil field up here so that we can get a bit of a two-way flow running with the oil here. And what I'm going to do is drop this down here, take this out here, and what we're going to do is put just a two-path port in here. Now ideally, hopefully this road is going to, well, oops, cancel connection there. I'm hoping that this coal port will also connect to, oops, I was hoping you would connect. If I put another road over here, will you connect? Oh, come on, game. Can I get a road across here? Can that connect? No. Just take these out. Hope maybe the road will connect up here. Yeah, okay. Will that connect it? Yep, that's connected it. Not worried about those other roads there. What I'm thinking about doing is we're going to put a here. I'm going to put an oil field here as well. So it's not quite the cheat, it's just, oops, what we got now. I can then put a route in here. We'll start from run from there, there, there. And we're going to call you ship oil and crude. Now the idea is that we buy some ships here. We got this large, I think it's a large one, yeah, so we got this large oil carrier, so if we can put two of those on to start with, and we'll put you on ship oil and crude. I mean, if we getting oil into here now, we got any production? Are you actually carrying any oil? Yes, you are. Okay. Yep. So we're gonna, and then what we're gonna do then is take you up. Don't really need it to be going through all sorts of cuttings and stuff like that. We're going to bring you up to here. Okay. Move you over a little bit like that. Run you into here like that. And we're going to go straight for a big 4 here. If I put it in there, that fit. Just, it's a bit tight, isn't it? I mean, I could always change the road afterwards. I think we're going to put this here, like that. And then we're going to come back to a 1-1 up here. Although strictly speaking, if this is just delivering, it doesn't. Yeah, I think we can just deliver here, like that. And we're gonna align from there to there. I'm gonna put in here what we call this. Oil. Actually, call this CR North. Oil to plastic here, and we're going to need a truck depot, so we might as well just drop a truck depot in here. This is liable to get busy because we've got this extra coal mine up here, so we could be feeding that into the process as well. So I'm going to run you up to here. What am I doing? Just put that line in already. So what we need to do now is just drop in here, and we're going to buy about 10 of these. I'm going to assign you to, where is it? North Oil to plastic. Now what I'm going to need to do now is get this plastic up into this area here. Now what I don't want to do is feed it directly into the factory, so I want to stick with this model. And you can see what I've actually done is change the station here so that I can put in an extra line. And what I'm thinking about is if I take off this here, like that, I mean we could, do I need to take that off? I mean what I've done is I've pulled this line back, so what I could do is get a train station here, go for a 2. I need a 240. I mean, it's a very short line, so I think we might be able to get away with 160 here, because the train we should be able to dash backwards and forwards really quickly. But maybe if I can get a better angle, maybe, especially if I can bring this up, say about here, maybe you on this corner here. And then again, 240. Let's go for a 240. I mean, the station's going to be halfway there. Now, I think I like the idea of that a bit more, because then I can pull the station back a little bit this way. And then what we're going to do is just run this up, and run you into here. I want it to be, I know the speed isn't going to be perfect, but I don't want to crowd this junction. And what we'll do is we'll come off like that, run down through here, and if for some reason we need to take a line down to the port there, I can branch off here. We can just keep this as a single line flow here. Then we'll create a line from there to here. What this should do is come in on the other platform. Thank you. And we'll call you Viewedly Local Plastic. So we've got that line there, and of course we're going to have to come down to this terminal to get the train, the bio-vehicle. Now, while I was actually playing a little bit off camera, tidying up, and the date was moving forward, we've now got the 442 Atlantic. I mean, it's got the same speed as that, but it's got a little bit more kind of pulling power. But I don't think I'm going to need that for this route I'm looking at the moment. I think we can go with that. And we've got, don't want to box, we need this, isn't it? This ship's plastic, yeah. I think if we go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, maybe 80, and then we're going to attach you to, what was it called? Viewedly Local Plastic. I'm half expecting the game to say it can't do it. Well, it can. It's happy. If it's happy, I'm happy. And what we're going to do is put a signal there and a signal there, so the train doesn't get lost and get on the wrong track. So we've now got our full end-to-end oil supply. Now the question is, yeah, we're getting some oil appearing now on that. We've got that. Where's my other ship? Oh, you're there. Got a great big pile of oil here. Well, not a great big pile of oil, but that will build up. 2 oil fields feeding into here will be probably enough to keep everything going. So that's the oil supply done. Now the next bit is I need to get some steel up into here to get this goods running. We've got plenty of plastic. There's no point putting the connection there to the plastic line there. Now I've got a choice of this steel mill or the one over here, and just neither of them are ideally placed. Look at this. So we're gonna have to find some way to run up over there or run through there. The problem with the one over here, which was my first kind of possible choice, is that if I show you here, it's all surrounded by mountains, and to run the line up here, because I thought, well, if I build it here I could run the line through here, but you can see it's going to be a lot of tunnels, so it may seem counterintuitive, but my inclination is to push this into use, because we've got an iron mine there, we've got the coal here, which we can ship down big time into here, and more advantage is that I can draw from this coal mine, this iron mine, this coal mine. I can leave this coal mine to supply this steel mill should I need it. So what I'm thinking is we're going to need a fairly big port here. Now the problem is going to be getting this in here. In fact, what I'm going to do is I'm just going to drop a save, because I've had so many problems with editing ports in tricky stages. So what I'm going to do is just drop a save and I'll be right back. Right, so I've got the save, and I think what we're going to do is I'm going to put, the question is, do I really want to bring this in by ship? Will it be just as easy to use truck or trains? Because if I bring the ship into here, yeah, I think what we're going to do is I think I'm going to go to 4 large straight away. This is just a little bit of insurance should I need to ship stuff to other places, because this is going to be a little bit of a shoehorn. So if I can bring this out a little bit like that, and then I have to try and get a road. If I put a little bit of a road there, and then we'll put a road up to there. I'd like to put the road up to there, but I mean, can I be cheeky and put you there? So say for example, if I put this up here, would that fit? No. And maybe if I try a road up here, we can get a really steep looking road up here. Ah. I've got too much slope. Okay. And that's got that there. And the question is, could I now get this up here? I mean, I can put it there. I mean, that looks a bit iffy, isn't it? I mean, that's about the limit. Actually, if I... This is going to look an absolute mess, but... Too much slope. Too much slope, too much slope. So, no, not going to work, is it? Okay, we're going to have to put this in here. And this is the point where the game may crash because of the way the terminal's structured. Let's see. It's about the limit there. And what I'm going to do is configure this straight out of the block. Because there's no point having this if I can't put in a lot of capacity. Like that. Right, that's going to work. And what I should be able to do now is put a road from here. There. So we've now got our port in there. Student to build. Yes, thank you, game. I think what we can do is run the iron ore up to here with a ship. So what we can do is run the iron ore up to here, and then we can bring the because what we can do is bring the iron ore from there back to the port, bring the steel back, and then I will put a train line in here. Wow, this is going to be a very complicated area. And we can come out this way, right? New line, you from there to here. Yeah, we just had a pretty horrendous pause there. But I think this is one of the problems with the games with shipping lines. It doesn't really like them. Iron and steel. So you're going to be the iron and steel line. And where's the... Now... As far as I know, you can ship everything, isn't it? Iron, coal, and steel. So we're going to get about 3 of you on the iron and steel line. And then start with, we're going to get you up here. And come all the way down to here again. Yeah, game paused again a little bit, not quite as bad as last time. For you coal only. There. I mean, the straights through here are going to be very busy. I'm not exactly too sure if all the ships will be able to maneuver here. And I think we'll get 3 of you on here. We'll put you on coal only. And of course, what we're going to have to do now is get everything running up to here. I mean, eventually, when we got the really big trucks, building here won't be quite so bad. And I'm just going to push you here. I mean, when we got the small trucks, this isn't going to be that efficient, unfortunately. New line and click up here, and this is going to be a bit of a problem area because what we're going to have to do is have trucks doing things. So steel and ore. And again, we're just going to have to put in a depot here. Depot over this side, out of the way. I mean, we may have to tune this line later on. We're going to put that there, and we're going to have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. I'm going to get 10 on you straight away. Oops. What did I call it? Where is it? Called it steel and ore, I'm sure I did. Overton grain. There it is, right at the top. We've got everything running along here. We're up to 1907. Now, the next task is we've got to somehow run a train line up to here. Get the steel into here and run that through. Maybe it's better if I just run a dedicated line down to here. I mean, I don't really want to use trucks to bring the steel from here because the steel's only going to go one place in this area if it comes over here. The trouble is it's going to be I can see if I can get a station in here. And we're going to go with a 240. Actually, we've got coffee there, haven't we? Okay, we might be able to turn this to our advantage. I think I'm going to use one of these. You're not going to come there. Just delete this road here. And that little bit of a curve there. Always put it back in later on. We're going to need it for the plastic line, for the supplying the plastic. Yeah, we're just going to come there. I'm going to put the road back in. Straighten that line out there. Because what we could do is just maybe fan the line in this way. Okay, we're gonna. Right, where can I connect this in? This is getting very messy. I mean, do I need to connect this line in? Let's just put a station down the bottom here. Again, I think we're just bring the road out like that, and we're going to put that connected. Yeah, right. We're going to do is put a double station here. Right, you're connected to there. Don't want to come through here. And what we might have to do is come up along here. Wow, this is getting complicated. And track, bring you out like that, and like that. I think we're going to double track this on the beginning. And what I want is for you to cross over here, like just try and get you as straight as possible, like that. And then bit of a strange crossing, but I'm gonna come here. I'll push you absolutely or as straight as possible. This road doesn't get used very much, so we're going to about there. Now I'm going to need you to cross over these lines here. I don't want any delays here. So actually, cancel. Okay, let's build my first tunnel then. It's about there. Okay. We've got a tunnel through here. And what we do is bring you up out of the cutting. And then we're going to run you back a bit. About there. And then we're going to run you. Okay, we've got some kind of ground's not very flat here. Okay. Let's fly this level for the moment. And we're going to keep you, curve you up that way a little bit there. I can expand this station should I need it. And lift you up. Wow. Lift you up again. And run you into that station there. And I've got a tunnel. I think I could get away with this. I'm gonna now. I don't need to double track this because we're gonna run this in. So we can pick this off here, and then run you all the way through here. Wow. And this is a track and a half. Run you all the way through under here. Oops. We'll just keep running you down to here. Starting to wonder whether I've actually messed up the connections here. Yes, I have. Okay, have to do that. Delete you. And you're going to have to come in on that side, and you're going to have to come in on that side. And we'll cross over there. We've now got a line that will take steel up to here, and technically we can bring, eventually we will bring goods back to here, but in the short term we will probably won't do that. We'll just use the line to move steel from here. And train and Bewdley steel to goods here. Now problem is this line is going to be isolated from the other line. So what I could probably do here is come here, pick a bit of the track off here, and run you up onto here like that, and then back to here. And we want a fairly powerful train now. I mean, we could give this one a go, but it's going to cost me a fortune. 100 kilometers an hour, 75. I think we'll go with a 10-wheeler, and I'll go. What we need to do is ship steel. And so this ships steel, planks, and marble. Okay. And we're going to go for 108 on here, and we're going to assign you to whatever it was now. You going to let me do that game? Yes, you are. Interesting. So what I need now is to drop this in here. Just going to put you just here, and we're going to cut a line from there to here, there, and this will be viewably plastic and steel. Like that. Where's my depot? There we are. And what we're going to do is get 10 of these and put them onto here. What we should be able to do now is get you running here. Can we make this a bit any bigger? Let's just make this bigger. I think free access. I don't think that will go behind there. Actually, what I could do, I don't really, this doesn't really have to be here, so I can take that out and go back to configure here, and we can put the access off like that, and then that might speed things up a little bit. And I better put the vehicle depot back in again. So I forget, and then I'll be confused. I'll be looking for it, and it's not here. So I'll just put you in the middle there. Oops. So we've now got our shipping lines up and running. I just need now for things to be settled down. I hate to think how much money I'm losing. I'm just going to have a quick look. Wow. Oh, we're still in profit. But it's going to take a little while for all these lines to settle down and start making money. Wow. I mean, some of these lines really need to be optimized, but I'm waiting for the new vehicles to arrive before we get that done. So you're bringing stuff up to here. Yeah, I mean, it's going to take a little while for things to settle down, so I'm just going to speed it up a little bit now. Yeah. So we're going to get the oil running up to there. You've got nothing delivered yet, but that will come with time, a bit of patience, and things will be working quite well. We've had no real coal deliveries yet. Anyone delivering coal here? Yep. Our first big pile of coal coming in. I think I need to optimize this a bit. So what I'm actually going to do is just have a look at this line here. We got So change this to iron ore, like that, and finish the line. And we got Smethwick branch here. Oops. Deleted that by accident. And we're going to come in here. I'll do what I was going to intend to do. And we're going to get you only loading 100% iron ore. And then what we're going to get is another line here. Go from there to there. So a big branch. And your job is to load 100% coal. That coal? Yep. And you're going to be Smethwick coal. And what we're going to do is put another 10 trucks. Come here. What we're going to do is put another and we're going to put you on Smethwick coal. Where are you? What we should then have is one lot carrying iron, one lot carrying coal. Although I think at the moment there's no coal ships around finish line. Just actually let's get the coal off of this section here first. Keep an eye out for any ships coming in. You're struggling a little bit up the hill here, boys. 6 kilometers an hour. Okay. Oh, any more ships coming up? And a few more trucks, and you have that cleared away. Right, all gone. Line manager, and we'll take off the coal. What we should have in theory is one set of trucks carrying coal or one carrying ore off. And then what you should be able to do is carry the steel back to here once we actually produce any steel. Yep. The steel's coming here, ready to go. We're just going to expand this up a little bit. And just punch that out a little bit. And what we've got coming up here, yeah, we've got 110 of iron ore coming up here, and we've got some. We just want to see if this is going to work. It's all going to land on there. And you're leaving with 28 steel. But we got the team working hard here. And you've got a tiny amount of steel running. Problem is we need 2 iron, 2 coal for all the steel. So at the moment we're probably gonna have to get a few more ships working on this. 110 coal. And we may have to put extra ships on this, but I think it'd work okay in the long run. If you feel I've done something wrong, feel free to chuck it in the comments. Yes, that's losing money. The coal line is running a loss at the moment, but I think that will turn round. I mean all these new lines and that will take a little while to settle down, start turning some profit. Just watch this ship coming in. I'm aware time is pushing on. We'll just let this one come in just to see whether that will go onto that side. That's an impressive little pile there. Got 2 vehicles. We got the Benz tarpaulin truck, and so that's arrived in 1912. So we've actually got some better trucks. So we'll just let this dock, and I'll take a quick look at this. Then we'll have a quick look at the trucks, and then that will be it for the video. Oh. Unload onto this left-hand side. Yes, exactly what I want. So things are starting to settle down. So we'll just have a quick look at the trucks. So, oops, that's a trolley, not a truck stop. And what we're going to do here, oops, come here, trucks. So we've now got the Benz tarpaulin. It travels at 40 kilometers an hour, which is faster than the there. And it only carries, the side strakes carries more. So I think so I have a feeling the objective in the next part is going to be sorting out our truck lines, optimizing them. But this is where I'm going to leave it. Hope you enjoyed the video. Hope you found it interesting. I mean, if you've got any other suggestions on optimizing this shipping line or other comments, feel free. But be aware that I do block record these videos, so I will not actually be able to respond to your comments in the video itself. But until next time, whatever you do, enjoy your gaming.